one of the things people ask me who makes it through buds and who doesn't. I honestly think it's people like myself who were athletic and competitive, but they weren't necessarily the star athlete with all the natural gifts and talents, because those people that constantly experience success after success after success without having to work exceptionally hard and they don't experience failure, everyone fails at butts, regardless. Everyone fails in the military. They're very good at putting you in situations where you're not going to succeed or you're going to struggle substantially. And so the guys that show up to these top tier communities who have never failed before and they experience failure for the first time, they're the ones that ultimately quit because they just don't know how to move forward from not being the best, from not being first, from experiencing failure. I think failure for me was just part of who I was. I dealt with it all the time and I moved on. I didn't dwell on it.
So how did you develop that tenacity to keep on going? Was it something that you just built in you, or I'm just like, I'm gonna just keep going and going? Was there ever a time where I recently said this on the show where like I had a friend that was like never experienced failure until their late 20s. And then when they experienced failure, it was like immobilized, like couldn't go back, couldn't move forward,
Mm-hmm.
So for yourself, like, how did you get that drive? I mean, especially as a kid and stuff, like to move forward. Because how does it feel for someone like you? Like, I'm very similar to you, and I put all my eggs in one basket, and I have this delusional confidence that it's all going to work out, And if it doesn't, I just keep that delusion
Well, you know what
and
they say
keep
that
going.
pessimists are usually right and optimists are usually rich. I mean, to be successful in life, you have to be almost delusionally optimistic that
Mhm.
things are just going to work out. My friends compare me a lot. Do you ever watch the TV show Archer?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
They like you have the same personality as Archer. Like shit is just going to work out for you, and you go through life thinking stuff is just going to work out because it ultimately does.
Yeah.
And I think it comes down to making your own luck in some regard. Naval talks about it a bunch, the different types of luck. If you go through life with that victimhood mindset of everything goes against me, everyone's out against me, things never work out, I'm never going to get this done, the world's out to get me, then yeah, those types of things are going to come to fruition. If you have the mindset of, we used to say it all the times in the SEAL teams, that'll buff out. You work through it. You don't need to have a perfect plan. If you're just continuously moving forward and always scanning, trying to find new options, you'll inevitably be able to find an option. Not all options are going to be great, but you're like, okay, this is an option. I can keep moving forward. It doesn't halt me completely. I'm not dead. I can get up. I can keep fighting another day. This is an obstacle that I'm to get around, but it's just something else that I need to do. You don't have to be completely debilitated just because something didn't go as originally planned.